So why is it that we are doing something? So this is, I teach the international product management course, and there are I kind of developed a framework of 5 core questions that as a product leader, you want to ask to upfront to drive the direction of your product performance. And the first question is, what problem are we trying to solve for, right? What problem are we solving for? And that is, there's the imminent problem, something that we just deploy and render, and it immediately answers for that solution. But there's also kind of the end goal, right? What are we trying to do? And if kind of using an analogy, when Edison discovered the light bulb, right? So people at that time, were thinking about, we had gas, right, as an energy, and people and companies where, you had gas companies, right? Now we have the light bulb. So there is one gas company that actually invited Edison as a partner, and it's a company that exists until today. It's an electricity company out of New York City that still exists because they did not think of themselves as a product, as an imminent defined company, right? A gas company in this case. But they thought about the end goal. We are, the end goal for consumers is light, right? We need to provide light in the homes. It doesn't matter if it's the means, right? So the shift from gas to electricity, they were able to do that shift because they were thinking about the big end goal question, the reason behind the reason, right? Yep. And I think it's the same with really how we need to treat AI, and that is kind of the driving force of the LocLearn courses. Also, the direction is we teach the participants very specific skills, really kind of super high res practical skills, right? Use these tools to do ABC. But really, what it does, and the kind of the mindset behind it, and the way these courses are taught, is what are you trying to achieve at the end of it? And I think that's a good training and mindset to come into those courses, because you can apply to whatever it is that you need, right? Where you're learning something that is applicable for other things. And so what that testimonials, and we heard that actually that was kind of a very
I'm sure you have many, but this one stuck with me because I was just on your website.
Yes. And a lot of them said, yes, we came because, sure, our company is, bought all these tokens from Anthropic and OpenAI, and that, and, they created all these integrations, but they expect us to hit the ground running and use everything, but no one is training us on what are we supposed to do?
I've heard some horror stories.
Yeah, so what do we, it's not, you need to know what you're doing, and you need to, beyond that, know what is the end goal of what it is that you are doing, because maybe there's a better way of doing it if you know what is that end goal, where you're going with that, right? And I think that's what her testimonial kind of was talking about, is that light bulb that she got in this training, the last course, that, wow, it's not just about learning how to use a specific tools explicitly, it's also that, but also understanding that the opportunities and the possibilities that this opens for her in her career development.